Hello, I'm Mark from Moonstone Publications. Welcome to this overview of some of the stories we've covered over the past week. But first, please hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Coming up in this week's update, intermediaries look to tech to reclaim their time with clients. The latest insurance barometer highlights the risks facing households and businesses. Legacy network shutdown puts insurance cover at risk. The National Financial Ombud scheme releases its inaugural annual report. And the Council for Medical Schemes will move ahead with revisions to the rules governing the appointment of healthcare brokers. Brokers are calling for a tech-powered overhaul of their day-to-day work, according to the latest Santam Insurance Barometer report. The survey found that nearly 40% of brokers' time is swallowed up by administration and compliance, and many believe that smarter digital tools will increase their time for client engagement. The report also highlights that the overwhelming majority of brokers now embrace their role as risk advisors. As economic pressures dampen new business volumes, brokers want clearer policy wordings and more sophisticated risk assessment tools to stay relevant in a complex market. The Insurance Barometer pinpoints 4 headline risks for South African households and businesses: a strained economy, rising crime, failing infrastructure, and climate-driven weather swings. Santam noted that global trade disruptions have sent the cost of imported vehicle parts soaring, so much so that collision damage is now routinely declared a total loss. At the same time, theft claims for laptops, smartphones, and tablets have climbed sharply, driven by mugging incidents in shopping malls. Motor insurance remains the single largest contributor to claims, with collision volumes returning to pre-COVID levels. Worsening road surfaces are exacerbating losses across personal and commercial lines. By the end of 2027, legacy 2G and 3G networks in South Africa will be switched off, putting millions of older tracking and alarm devices at risk of sudden failure. Santam warns that many motorists and homeowners still rely on these outdated systems to deter theft, hijacking, and break-ins. As network towers go dark, consumers may find their security gear silent, creating vulnerabilities that could lead insurers to dispute or limit claims if device requirements aren't met. The National Financial Ombud scheme has released its inaugural annual report, covering the first 10 months since its launch in March last year. The non-life insurance division accounted for nearly 60% of complaints. Notably, non-life complaints fell by 11% year on year. Motor vehicle insurance remained the largest complaint category, although volumes have eased significantly since the pandemic lockdowns. Homeowners and commercial insurance complaints rose, reflecting growing weather-related claims and expanded jurisdictional limits that now include larger commercial coverages. The Council for Medical Schemes will move ahead with revisions to the rules governing how members and employers appoint healthcare brokers. 3 years after first signalling an update to Circular 20 of 2010, the regulator says a new directive will be issued soon to reflect an appeal board ruling that overturned the processes set out in Circulars 35 and 40 of 2022. Under that ruling, now legally binding until overturned by a court, employees have the right to appoint their own broker, even if their employer has already done so on their behalf. That's all we have for this week. You can read these stories and many more on our website, moonstone.co.za. Until next time, here's wishing you all the best from the team at Moonstone Information Refinery.